Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our League of Nations career mode tournament series, whatever you want to call it. As you guys see, our next game is going to be a relatively easy one for us. Here I'm just making a couple changes to the lineup. Went ahead and brought Rojo off of the pitch and brought in our actual left back to kind of help us out with the team. So our first game is going to be against Austria. Obviously, I was very confident coming into this game. A team like Argentina, with the attacking power that they have, this should not be a problem for us at all. And I was actually kind of surprised here in the 22nd minute. It actually took us as long as it did for us to actually score this goal. So we didn't really have many chances before that. We had a couple of oddball chances that really weren't ever going to go in. But other than that, they were actually able to fight us quite a bit whenever it came to putting goals into the back of the net and keeping us in our own half basically. Here in the end of the first half, it was still 1-0. They were passing the ball around a good bit in the back. Obviously, with David Alaba being back there, it creates opportunities for them to lock down their defense pretty well, and it absolutely completely shuts down Messi for me on this team. So I was actually pretty interested early on into changing Messi to central somewhere in the pitch, but I didn't end up doing it. Later on, I actually ended up moving him into the center and taking Aguero out onto the right because I think his pace would have done me a little bit better. More so his strength than anything. But as you see, Aguero is able to just turn the defender right there beautifully and gives us a 2-0 lead in this game. So right off the bat, we knew this was going to be a pretty easy game, like I said, but it definitely actually ended up being a lot longer of a game than I thought. But here in the 80th minute, they're obviously on ultra attack. They're trying to get back into the game any way they can, but we're just able to capitalize at this point. Like I said, the players that we have, the striking options that we have, just allow us to do so much, and Carlos Tevez is able to outrun all their defenders and outstrength a couple of them on his way to a goal. So again, here in the 86th minute, we're just playing around in the box, working our way into an open opportunity, and then we score another goal, another beautiful goal right there. And this is actually by Gaetan, sorry. His name, for whatever reason, is always a struggle for me to say. He's an incredible impact sub for me, you know. I wasn't really that into playing him too much, but it ends up working out pretty well for me. And he ends up getting in really good positions. He's not the fastest guy on the pitch, but his attacking positioning is incredible. And here in the 90th minute, we have one more opportunity, just working our way into the box. Carlos Tevez is able to just kind of fake body feints all over the box and just fake defenders out. They all go in different directions, and he just smashes it into the back of net and gives us a 5-0 lead. So even though into the 80th minute we only had 2 goals, we managed to score 3 more goals in a matter of 10 minutes. So incredible game out of this team. Very happy with the result. I mean, this is exactly what we need to be doing if we are going to be going up against the teams like Germany and Spain, where attacking is definitely going to be more of their strong suit. Not so much Spain. Spain's more so making sure that they defend and lock up the back more than anything else, but definitely a team like Germany, where they're going to be scoring a lot of goals, we need to make sure that we can keep up with them in goal difference. So as you see, we had 10 shots, 8 on target, 5 goals. Incredible game all the way around. And as of then, you know, the table pretty much stayed the same as it did the last episode. We were kind of tied on points up top. Coming into this game against Wales, I kind of knew what to expect attacking-wise, and then obviously their midfield, they have very good players. Joe Allen, decent center mid player. Aaron Ramsey, obviously. Gareth Bale up there on the right. Just a very strong team all the way around. One player I did forget about, though, is Ashley Williams. And Ashley Williams is a solid player in FIFA. And this entire game, he shuts down my wingers. I'm not able to do anything well with my wingers. And as you see here, I tried to play the ball out of the back. Ends up going straight to Gareth Bale. I really wasn't paying attention. I just kind of pressed X, trying to get through the next screen. Ended up passing it straight to Bale. Bale pushes it out to Vokes, and Vokes is able to give him a 1-0 lead. And at that point, I felt behind in this game the entire time. They were able to just kind of boss their way through the team and create opportunities all over the place. As you see, Aaron Ramsey got a chance there. Gareth Bale was definitely the workhorse for the team, and he was going to be the troublemaker for me this entire time. So here in the 45th minute, I get an opportunity to run with Messi, but like I said, I'm just not able to get past their defenders with Chester and Ashley Williams and the players that they have back there. It's actually surprisingly a very strong line. This is definitely a stronger team than I was expecting to come up against. I did know about their um, attacking prowess and attacking options that they had, but was not ready for the defensive struggles that or the defensive strengths rather, that I was going to end up encountering in this game. So at the end of the first half rather, we actually end up down 1-0, and it was kind of a surprising place for me to be. I've been able to keep up with the best of them. Okay, maybe not the best of them. We haven't really played anybody too great yet, but I've been keeping up. I've been getting goals. I've been doing what I needed to do. And here in the 73rd minute, I thought this was an absolute necessary goal for us, but it ends up not working out our way. As you see, Aguero's kind of working his way all over the field, just trying to figure out what's going to work for the team. I brought in my super subs. I had Tevez on the field. But nothing was working. I tried working my way into the box any way I could, just find a hole somewhere, but they had so many defenders back that I could not work my way through all 10 players that they had back. So they definitely played well. More power to them. They did incredible things in this game. I tried everything I could. I tried crosses. I tried working the ball down the middle with Messi. I tried Tevez up the middle. I tried Aguero on the left. I did anything I could, anything I could think of that was actually going to create chances for us. I tried, I promise, but this was not a game we were meant to win, and sadly we do end up dropping all 3 points in this game, so that's going to hurt us incredibly for the table. We cannot be dropping points right now. We need to be focusing on doing our absolute best against these teams and making sure that whenever we come up against the teams like France, Spain, Germany, Wales, I guess now we can put up there, but we need to make sure we're doing well against these types of teams so that when we do come up against the top 3 teams in the league, we're able to at least keep up with them and hopefully draw games at the very least. So coming up against Cote d'Ivoire, after that game against Wales, I was actually worried coming into this game because I had the same mindset here. They have strong attackers, but they also have a pretty decent back line, so I didn't know what I was going to be able to do. And here in the 41st minute, they actually end up scoring off of a beautiful free kick set piece. And I didn't have much to do there, and the entire first half was really just them dominating. Here at the end of the first half, though, we get an opportunity. Di Maria works his way into the box, ends up getting tackled there, though. Mascherano puts it out to Biglia. Pastore works his way into the box, makes a really awful shot. I mean, terrible opportunity for Pastore, and he's slowly getting more out of my favor into the squad. I think I'm just going to honestly drop him pretty permanently here soon. I think that center attacking mid role will probably go to somebody like Tevez, but like I said, we're still working with this end of the first half. Aguero works through, 5 defenders right there, turns his way into the box. Pastore ends up putting it on his right foot, hits it off the post, but Messi's there to clean it up. So, Messi doing what he does best and just popping up when he's needed. So, he's not the biggest name right now in the team, which kind of sounds weird saying that. Messi, not the biggest player in the team. But he's not the dominant player. I feel Aguero is much more a dominant player. Tevez, when he's on the field, is much more dominant. Gaetan is even more dominant, in my opinion, than Messi has been on the field. But Messi is just that facilitator, that player that when you need him there, he's going to be there. So we managed to go into the first half 1-1, and here 3 minutes into the second half, Pastore gets another red card. He got a red card in the last episode as well. If you guys saw that, he had to sit 2 games. Which was a little odd. I thought that he had to sit 2 games for a red card, but it is what it is. And it put us back quite a bit. Like I said, he's making a case to get his way out of the team permanently. And I don't know what to do. I think I'm just going to have to change the formation so that I can basically put Tevez in the team as a center attacking mid. I think that's the best place to put him. Maybe even put Messi there. I'm not too sure. But here in the 62nd minute, we had an opportunity from the cross, but nothing ended up working out. But here in the 75th minute, we're just working our way into the box. We just managed to get that perfectly onto the left foot of Gaetan again. Like I said, this guy is an incredible super sub. He pops up in really good positions, like I was saying Messi does. Gaetan's been doing the same thing. Here in the 88th minute, we actually get the ball out to Higuain, who we brought in for this game. He does a lovely little body feint there, works his way, puts it on his left foot, and just smashes it into the back of the net. So another late one here for you guys. We actually managed to, not do that well the entire game, but when it comes to crunch time, when it comes to those last 10-15 minutes, this team turns up. They know how to attack. They know how to take advantage of the the slower, fatigued defenses, that they're just able to take advantage completely, and we managed to get another victory here. So luckily we only dropped 3 points in this episode. I honestly thought we were going to drop 4 by probably drawing and or losing this game here. So really glad to have grabbed the points that we needed, and it definitely keeps us in contention for the top spots in the league. Obviously we're still pretty early on, so we can't say too much right now, but with a 3-1 victory here, we're definitely looking strong. So it's gonna be a fun season. I think overall it's gonna be a fun series. It's going really well for us, but you guys are gonna see the table coming up here in a minute. Germany's doing incredibly well as expected. Spain is doing really well as expected. Sadly, we ended up losing a game, and it's going to put us back a little bit in the league, but we're definitely going to fight back next episode. Until the next one, I'll see you guys later.